All right, let's hop into your love reading. All right, so that song by Drake, Fake Love, kept playing in my mind. So that could maybe mean something to someone. Like someone could be dealing with fake love. Let me tell you guys the lyrics. Let me briefly give you the lyrics around that. It says here, I've been down so long, it looked like up to me. They look up to me. I got fake people showing fake love to me, straight up to my face. That's how the chorus starts. And then the verse goes into, something ain't right when we talking. Look like you're hiding your problems. Really, you were never solid. I feel like there's a conversation that's being had. And I feel like this person is dealing with some karma. They're dealing with some fake love and having to confront it. But they're not ready to face you out of fear of being rejected by you. Because we got you in this energy of bye. This time there's no going back. They did something or something happened to where there's no going back. And they can't show their face because whatever it is that they did, it must have been so bad that we got you in the energy of there's no going back. Even though we have you in the energy of this, whatever they did, not going back to it, I don't feel like that's necessarily true for you, because we also have you in resolution energy. Like you may be waiting for some sort of resolution, because it says you are reaching the end of a cycle. So maybe that cycle of breakup and bye, not going back, has come to an end, and now you're in this energy of waiting for some sort of answer. You're waiting for some sort of resolution. You're waiting for clarity. And we got here navigate, compromise, communication, negotiation. It says sacred union. Your twin flame is ready to meet you halfway. So you may need to meet this person halfway, because this rejection is strong. They can't even show their face. Look at this card. They cannot show their face. So they're going to need you to meet them halfway. Let's see what else is happening. Somebody may even be feeling sick to their stomach, or just feeling sick, feeling down. But it feels like sickness, like feeling really sick about it. We still got lessons showing up for you. That showed up in the previous Monday night reading. We got here collaborating with co-workers. Your energy is interesting. Even though you may be waiting for some sort of resolution, you're still busy working. Some of you may even be purchasing a home, or you're looking at houses. There's keys, whether it's a house key or a car key. There's something about a big purchase for you, because you're in this energy of collaborating and working, focusing on your career. So you must be doing good financially, because you're thinking about making some sort of big purchase. And look what happens. Expect text messages. It says expect messages, text, phone call coming in. Look, again, having nightmares, not being able to sleep. There's something going on with this person, because it even says they're detoxifying themselves, trying to eat healthy, exercising. Didn't I say sick too? Somebody's sick to their stomach, and they may even be literally feeling some type of illness, but trying to heal, trying to recover. They're having nightmares, whoever this person is. There's something about contacting you. Let's put this right here, because this is like meet me halfway. Because it's like you're waiting. You may be waiting for this contact, but they're wanting some sort of, what do you call it, sign or some sort of signal that it's okay to contact you, because they're stressed out and worried. This person can't even sleep. They got insomnia. What's driving them? I'm getting here fear. Fear is driving them as well. What's driving this person? Oh, someone is in a love triangle, sleeping around with other people. Didn't we start out the reading talking about fake love? What's driving them? A love triangle, sleeping around with other people. That's where the nightmares are coming in too. Because I feel like whoever they were connected to, that I feel like has them in some sort of love triangle. See, here's the deal. That's why they can't face you. Because I feel like they got played. Fake love, calling them out. And now they're worried that they're going to be sick. This person could be, I feel like this person may have gotten like some sort of, it feels like a STD or something. But with the detoxifying, it doesn't mean that it's like a serious STD, but I feel like they got some sort of STD that was a sign or some sort of sickness. Is what I'm getting here. But we got sleeping around, so I can only, narrow it down to like a STD. So detoxifying, trying to heal and recovering. But they're worried too. Maybe they're waiting for results as well. For other stuff, because they got something and then now they're waiting, like, okay, they're worried about this because that's how they found out about the fake love, because they got some sort of like STD or they found out something, and that's where the fake love is coming in. That the love triangle, whoever they were connected to was sleeping with someone else. That's where this rejection rune is coming in at. That's why I can't face you. Didn't I say it must be really bad? They can't even face you. They can't face you because they got played. They got played. So what's driving them? Anxiety, fear, something going on with the sickness, getting played by a third party. Let's see, what else is driving them? Someone is married in this situation, and look, visiting a sorcery or a high priestess, paying for witchcraft or spell work. I feel like someone, whoever they were dealing with, because even this energy looks dark. So whoever they were dealing with, that's why it's like, be careful. Because even in that previous Monday night reading, I told you this person was presented with a blessing and a curse. They're dealing with this curse. Whoever, like, this is now showing up as possibly literally someone trying to curse them as well. Trying to go to some sort of witchcraft or spell work to get them to marry them, or to keep some sort of promise or commitment going. Someone was trying to use witchcraft or spell work to keep this third party situation going. We got here date night. P.S. I love you. And then look, feeling ugly and insecure. This looks fake. Saying all the things that they want to hear. That's what's driving them. That fake love is what's driving them. But the fake love is exploding in their face. That's why they can't sleep. That's why they're worried, because they're dealing with the consequences of that fake love. What do you need to know? Well, we know you are over here collaborating and working. You're sitting this out with lessons. You may be waiting for more information to be revealed. Let's see. Tell me more about the viewer's energy. Arguing and fighting together. Look, I told y'all, getting tested for any disease. See, here's the deal, and we talked about that in Monday night's reading too. There is some sort of conflict between you and this person. This even makes me feel like that this could have even been done, this spell work or witchcraft could have even been done to keep the two of you arguing with one another. Why are you coming in with this arguing with this person? Why is that? Because they're over here in fear. Why is your energy showing this argumentative energy? Look, I told you, purchasing a new vehicle, being blessed. And didn't I say the keys? Keys to a car, keys to a home. So what are you arguing for? I still don't understand what this arguing is about. Because things are doing good for you. So why are you even in this energy? Why is this connection triggering you if things in your life are doing better? I need to understand your energy more, Cancer. Because you're coming in right now for me as like a contradiction. Because we got here break up and done, but then you're waiting for some answers. What is this arguing and fighting about for the viewer? Why is the viewer in that energy? Even though like they're purchasing homes or you're moving up in life, like you're going through like a really good financial season, but why are you arguing with this person? We got, because look, I told you so, psychic reader. That's why. I told you so. Because you're someone that's even right here, lessons is still showing up, book, knowledge. There's something here about what you know. Maybe you're psychic. Maybe you're a tarot reader. Or maybe you watch, obviously you watch it. But this arguing is the result of, I told you so. That's why this is showing up. Because there must be some sort of conversation. Because this is the middle. This is the mutual energy between the two of you. Conversation. Communication. So it must comes in. And when it comes in, it's going to be combative energy. You and this person arguing. And you saying, I told you so. You knew what was happening over here. And they're not going to like you saying, I told you so. It doesn't take a psychic to see that this is not right. We even got, because look, following lustful desires. They got pulled in through lust. They followed their lustful desires and this landed them needing to go get checked. And they're worried that they may have more disease, that there may be something else going on with them. Look, see, a blessing and a curse. I told you this person was presented with a blessing, that being you, a sweetheart, and a curse. Following and giving in to temptation. Whole time they were being played by some witches or by a witch, manipulator, a Jezebel spirit, whole time being played. So from your side of things, you saw this, psychic, tarot reader, you knew what was going on. You knew what was going to happen. So when they come in, you're not saying, oh, woe is you, let me pat you on your back. You're giving them a piece of your mind. That's what you may be waiting for. to tell them about themselves. Because I'm like, why are you waiting? If you're saying bye, why are you waiting? You're waiting because when they do come in, or if they do come in for some of you, you're going to give them a piece of your mind. You're not going to hold back. So they may be, look, see future days, weeks, months. So they may eventually have to come your way. They may eventually have to come your way. Let's see what's going to happen next. What's going to happen next? Let's see what's going to happen next for them, and then what's going to happen next for you. See, embarrassed. Look, they can't face you. I'm embarrassed. Trying to keep up appearance. Still can't face you. We getting a little weird. Because at first, you got the white on their face, and then you got a bandage. They're recovering. I'm telling you, some sort of sickness, something around disease or illness. A bandage is there. Going to the hospital. Now the bandage is off. But they still feel threatened. They still feel embarrassed. They still feel like a clown. Because they never thought this person could have given them this STD or could have played them. They never saw that coming. That's why the mask is on. That's why they feel embarrassed. They never saw it coming. So what's going to happen to them? They're going to feel embarrassed. They're going to still try to keep up appearances and act like they're okay, but they feel like a clown. What's going to happen to the viewer next? Oh, gossiping and talking. And look, drinking. Look at you over here doing good. Look at you. Again, we see a lot of like things moving up. Purchases, big purchases, houses, cars, collaborating, talking to someone. going out, drinking, being social. That's what's going to happen for you next. Look, see, friendships, doing your own thing, connecting with friends, being social. You could be getting in connection with a long lost friend, or just some, having a good time with some friends. Look, again, conversation. This is being highlighted. People around you. There's a lot of energy around people coming in. And look, we got here more than one karmic. Look at here. Competition. So what I'm picking up here for you is, I see things getting social. You're being more social. You're being more active. Things are looking good for you. Your life feels better. But I do want to tell you that it is going to bring in some conversations though too. You're going to have some people looking at you and seeing you as competition. But do not fret, because while they're watching you, look at how they're sitting here on the sidelines. Depressed, anxiety. New car. New car. See, I told you, keys. The thing about it is, you got these karmics, especially the ones that were over here doing this spell work or all this stuff. They see you as competition. But you're no competition for them, because look at them sitting here on the sidelines watching you do what? Having fun, going out, purchasing a car, purchasing a home, living your best life and learning. They're watching you live. That's why it's like, so what? Let them watch. Let them gossip about you. Let them talk about you. They see you as competition, but you're no competition for them. You're not even on their level. You're not on the same level. You're not watching them. You're learning. You're watching your money. You're watching yourself buy a new car, buy a new home, collaborating. So that's what's next. You're going to be watched, because things are going to look better for you. And people are going to be depressed about how much better your life is. And theirs isn't. They thought you were competition, but you're not. You're not. You don't even see them as competition. You're only in competition with yourself, and they're in competition with you. How does that work out, right? It doesn't. It works out for you. All right, and that's what we're literally seeing, things working out for you. What's going to happen with you and this person? Because I'm not seeing a coming together. But let's see, what's going to happen between Cancers and this person? Because I see what's going to happen individually. But what's going to happen ultimately between you and them? Oh, look, jealousy flipped over. Let me show you guys this. And look, spell work. A lot of spell work is coming in. We got here jealousy. They're going to get mad. That's where that arguing is coming in. They are going to get mad. But there's some spell work being done that's driving this. I told you, this person made a deal with the devil, and now they're paying for it. And they feel like, I guess they feel like you should have, I don't know what they feel like when it comes to you. But let's see, what's going to happen? There's jealousy that's going to happen between you and this person. Cleansing. It says here, cleansing, meditation, clearing space, removing negativity. That's what's going to happen between you and them. We got here betrayal. The door is shut. It's actually locked. So there's going to be some sort of cleansing taking place. That's why things are looking better for you and things are not looking better for them. You're cleansing your space. The betrayal, the door has been locked on this person. They're being consumed by that person that they chose. Again, the blessing and curse was presented to them. They chose the curse. So the door has been shut. And now there's a cleansing taking place. And that cleansing is showing up in your life. You're removing that negative energy that you had when you were dealing with that person. And they're still stuck. And that's why jealousy showed up. Because they see you doing better. They see you doing better. They're jealous too. Because they feel like you've thrown them to the trash because you're not focused on them. All right. That is going to conclude our reading. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye.